Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ScrapMan, bringing you another episode of Scrap Mechanic, and today I'm challenging you all once again to try to do something better than me, which really isn't that hard because I only spend the amount of time that you see in this episode pretty much on the thing that you're gonna have a lot more time to do. But last week's Bomb Wheels Challenge was really popular. You guys seemed to really like it, and I enjoyed your submissions a lot, but I only gave you like a day and a half to submit, really. So this time, the challenge is being issued today, but you're gonna have until Saturday. I will release the challenge results on a Sunday video, so I'm expecting a lot more of you to be able to participate since it's a much bigger window. And if you haven't guessed from the title and thumbnail, this week's challenge is going to be the Bomb Catching Challenge. Last week was the Bomb Wheels Challenge. This time is Bomb Catching. Now, here's the criteria that I've thought of, and I'm sure some of you are gonna be able to find exploits and loopholes in these rules, no matter how much, no matter what I think about. Rule number 1 is you have to use the big canister. Rule number 2 is the canister has to fall by the force of gravity only, meaning you must disconnect it like that, pretty much. It has to fall, it also has to fall straight down by gravity. So that's kind of like a combined rule number 2. Canister has to fall straight down by gravity. So no lobbing it at an angle for whatever reason. I feel like that just makes things harder anyway. But I don't want any exploits of like maybe the corners are more durable or something. So you just got to release it straight down. And you know what? I'm actually going to say, for the sake of consistency in the challenge, I'm going to say drop it on its side like this. So it has to fall straight down, gravity force only, on its side. And your challenge is to create a catching mechanism that can catch it from the highest point possible. Now, there's one thing about this that I'm thinking of, and there's probably a terminal velocity, like a minimum height in which anything above it isn't gonna make a difference. I don't know what that is. If you find it, good for you, and if you go super high to the skybox from that, then I'm not really gonna factor that in. If you can make something that catches it at its maximum falling velocity, then awesome. I'm afraid that too many of you might be able to figure out how to do that. But in this episode, I'm just going to do some surface level experimenting with it. I have a couple of ideas of techniques to use, but I'm not going to spend too much time because I don't want to make it too easy for you guys. I want you guys to be able to come up with the better and more ingenious designs. So I'm just going to do some experiments just to see and show what kind of challenges we're all up for. Now, I will let you make it out of whatever material you want. However, it has to be vanilla. Vanilla only. If you have any mods on the creation, I probably won't even be able to spawn it in because that's the easiest way for me to tell if you have mods is just not loading any in. So make sure it's a completely vanilla creation. I don't know if different materials have different impact results, so that can be part of your testing as well. If you find the optimal material, then hey, I'm gonna say that you figured that out on your own, and that factors into the success of your creation. Let's do some simple experiments. The easiest thing I can think of that takes the least amount of time to experiment with is just put the catching platform on the suspension and see if this affects it at all. So just so you know, I am going to be measuring the amount of distance from the actual catch point. So even though that this is going to compress down further, I'm going to say that this is the distance right here. So whatever this length is, going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blocks from here. So let's see if this can cushion it from 10 blocks. Oh! Okay, that's not the result I expected. This challenge might not be possible to get improvement. If that's the case, if that doesn't help it, we might be in trouble here. Hold on. It still wants to explode, even though there is some cushioning. If we can't get any improvement from 10 blocks, then I don't know if we can get any improvement from anything above 10 blocks either. I'm hoping that it's measuring it based off of impact force and not just the distance it's traveled. All right, you know what? I'm gonna do an experiment here. We're gonna put something heavier, and because the platform is now heavier, that means that the suspension should compress easier. All right, let's see if this makes a difference. No, it still wants to explode. I thought this was going to be the easiest thing to use, but this isn't helping at all. Let's try a different material. Let's try metal. All right, so here's metal, but I had to move the suspension up a notch, so it's actually a little bit stiffer. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that to make a difference. Now I'm going to move the suspension down just a little bit. And now I'm going to go 10 blocks from there. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So just like that. Let's see if this helps. All right. And nope, that doesn't help. All right, this is an issue. All right, well, I've got another idea. That's perfectly fine. Let's see if this next idea is going to work. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to do this manually controlled at first, but then I might try an automatic version of this. But I'm going to use a piston. And what I'm going to try to do is manually control the piston to catch it as it comes down. So kind of like the suspension was doing, but the suspension reacts to the impact, whereas the pistons, I can have the piston react before the impact, hopefully slowing it down. I don't know if that's going to work or not, though. All right, so here's our new setup. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to see if we can catch it from up here. So I have it on a seat, but I realized I can't actually... Oops, I got to make sure that it goes up. I can't actually... I can't disconnect that and press the button at the same time. But basically, when I press the button, it's going to do that. And I'm hoping if I press it at just the right time, it'll cradle it as it comes down. But I think what we need to do is have a second button, and we actually have to make it detachable. Hopefully, using the spud cannon method here, we can just, let's do that. We're going to attach our spud cannon there, put this button down, attach that, hook up the spud cannon, and now when we press the spud cannon, this should detach. And if I don't do anything, it should explode. Yep, there it goes. So now let's see. Will it make a difference if I actually try to catch... Oh, no, I just realized I'm not going to have time to delete it if it explodes. And I built this into the ground. I'm an idiot. All right, well, we're going to have to rebuild this after we do this test, probably. All right, and go. Oh, wrong button. And go. Oh, we did it. It worked. It actually worked. Actually, hold on a sec. There might have been an issue with that. It may have worked not because we caught it right, but the spud gun detaching the block through destruction might have actually affected its fall velocity. So the way to do this now is trigger the spud gun without triggering that. And if it works, then our catching was useless. Here we go. Oh, yes. Okay, we have now confirmed that this challenge is possible to make progress on. I was really worried that I was going to start this video and then this challenge was just going to be impossible based on the game mechanics, and I was just going to have to cancel this. But we've just confirmed that we can make progress. We can actually do better than the standard fall height. So let's see how far we can take it. We've got 10 blocks marked. Now let's go up by 2 blocks. 1, 2. I'm just going to go up to here. And now let's see if we can catch this bomb. By the way, I did say, I don't know if I mentioned it, but in case I didn't, you do have to use the big bombs, not the small bombs. All right, here we go. Gonna see if we can catch this one. And drop, catch. Oh, yes. It works. It works. All right, so now let's see if I can automate it. We should be able to automate this with a sensor. All right, so I'm just gonna put a sensor in here. It's gonna detect it at, I think 3 blocks should be enough of a reaction time. I hope it's enough. It's ready to catch automatically, I hope. Is that gonna detect it? I think that's in line with it. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. All right, now let's see if we are successful. And detach. It worked. It actually worked. Where was I? I think I was at 12, right? All right, let's try that again. And right now, I'm just going to confirm that it is actually the catching that's making a difference. So I'm going to do one test at 12. I'm going to mark it with the paint tool. All right, so the green mark is our drop point. Here it is with the sensor. It catches it, no problem. And now let's test it without the sensor and just on, just to make sure that this isn't, for some reason, just working automatically. All right, yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. We are making progress. Now let's see, how high can this automated system go for us? All right, so that's 12 blocks. Let's go up to 15, 13, 14, 15. Go ahead and mark that. And here it goes. Wow. Okay. All right, this is doing really well. Like, I haven't even adjusted any of the settings on this thing. It's at range 3. It's at speed 3. It's doing really, really well. Good luck beating this. I only put 5 minutes of testing into mine, and it's already perfect. No, I'm sure you guys are going to come up with stuff that's way better than this. All right, so we're at 15 there. I'm just going to make a much higher block. There we go. All right, so let's go up to 20. From 15 to 20. This is our biggest increase yet. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh boy, there's no way. There's no way this is gonna work. I can't imagine this working. All right, here we go. Remember, this is automatic too. I'm not controlling this. And go. Oh no, there it goes. Okay. All right, so now, without changing the method, let's see if we can just adjust the speed here. I'm gonna put the speed up by 2. Because now that it's falling faster, this needs to react a little bit faster. We could change the speed or we could change the sensor detection, but I'm going to go with speed at first. Let's see if we can get it to catch from 20 blocks. All right, and go. Nope. That didn't seem fast at all, actually. All right, so now I'm going to adjust the range of the sensor from 3 to 5. So hopefully it'll react sooner and us cradling it from 20 blocks a little bit quicker. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but let's just try. And drop. It totally worked. It totally worked. I love that we can fine tune this and we can get better and better results. All right, let's try that now. So we have sensor 5. We have speed is also at 5. Range is still 3. So I think that is still, that was 20 blocks, right? Let's do a confirm here. 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, all right, so that is 20 blocks. Let's bump it up to 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be 25. If this thing can catch from 25 blocks, I'll be impressed. All right, here we go. 25 blocks. Let's see it. No way. I really hope that the terminal velocity isn't like a super low threshold and like 20 blocks was like the maximum speed and now this can just catch from wherever. You know what? Let's do a maximum test here. Let's just go as high as we can on this thing. I might need to put some seats down. We're just gonna make sure that this that 20 blocks isn't like terminal velocity here, because that'd be really that would make this challenge much less interesting. All right, and we're gonna go up. And we are gonna go up, and I have no idea how many blocks I've just created here. Now we are gonna go out with cardboard, because I think I'm actually gonna need the spud gun to reach this now. Oh, and I forgot to put the I forgot to put a canister up there. All right, this is actually kind of hard to like navigate this. All right, so then we go there, and then we go out. All right, and then we do that. And our spud gun should drop it. And I'm hoping this explodes. The reason I'm hoping this explodes is because that means that is faster and different than 20 blocks. All right, and I'm definitely going to have to use a spud gun here. All right, please explode. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, that explodes. Okay, good. All right, so now I just want to test out how high can we make this particular design work. And I do have one other design in mind, but I think I'm going to keep it a secret. And I'm going to see if you guys come up with it. If you don't come up with it, then I'll give it a try in the results video as well. Now, I know what some of you guys are going to try to exploit here, and honestly, I'm going to be okay with it. I never said you have to have it fall onto a perfectly flat platform. I'm sure that the angle in which it lands might affect things. I don't know to what degree, but if you can come up with like a bowl design or like an angle design or something like that. But the measurement is the highest point of initial contact is what I'm going to be measuring the height based off of. And for something like this, that includes its resting point, because technically this reacts before it actually comes in contact. So it's coming in contact at some unmeasurable distance below this. But since we can't really evaluate that, I'm just measuring it from its highest point right here. So just to give you an idea of how I'm going to be measuring. So if you create some type of slope where it comes in contact up here and then it manages to roll down to this point, this is going to be your height point, not down here. All right, but let's keep testing this out. Let's see how high we can make it. So that was 25 blocks, I believe. So let's go higher than 25, and I'm going to start making some platforms here. All right, so let's just go from 25 up to 30. Let's see if we can narrow in our spot here. Is this between 25 and 30, or can we actually go up to 30? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so that should be 30, I believe. All right, and disconnect. Okay, 30 is not doable. So I'm now gonna repaint that red to mark a no-go zone. All right, so let's go from 25 up to 27, which I just painted right there. and see if this is doable. All right, and oh, whoops, whoops, whoops. Oh no, that's just, oh, this is terrible. I forgot to reset the platform. All right, well, we know we could do 25, so I just got to rebuild that on a lift this time so I can save it and then just mark 25 blocks up, which shouldn't be too hard. All right, here we are. I've rebuilt it and saved it, so we are at, that should be 25 right there. So I'm hoping that I built this the right way, and this should catch it without a problem. Okay, I think I have all my settings right. It's at 5. It's at speed 5. Why did that not catch it? Let's go one below 25. Maybe I just miscounted. Whoa! It didn't react. I think I did it wrong anyway. All right, and go. Please work. Okay, that one worked. And actually, it seemed to hit that a little bit. Let me get that out of the way. Maybe that's what caused the issue before. That little thing. I don't know why I had that there. All right, let's try 25 again. Maybe I actually miscounted. All right, here we go. Here we go. Maybe I miscounted before and it wasn't actually 25. All right, let me just see where I'm at. 25. So that is 25 right there. So it looks like 24 was the limit and I just miscounted on the last one. Let's try again. Didn't hit the sensor, I guess. Oh, wait a minute. I think I was making a mistake with the 25 here. It all depends on if you drag it up or not. I don't know if you guys know this, but I think I forgot to do this a couple of times. So you can place it like that, or you can place it and drag it like that. So technically, the bottom of it would then be at 25. Whereas with this, the bottom is at 24. So by the looks of it, I am actually succeeding at 24, not 25, because if I drag it up, it explodes. However, if I just place it centered, then it doesn't explode. So 24 is actually the success point. So let me readjust this now. We have to paint that red and we got to paint that green. So try to be aware of that. If you're gonna take an objective measure, make sure it's the bottom of your canister. We're measuring from the bottom of your canister. All right, and drop. Yeah, okay. So confirmed that 24 is the new height. So I'm going to go out, load into the test branch. I'm actually going to show you guys how to load into the test branch in case you don't know. Because if the test branch is working exactly the same way, I'm going to say use the test branch because that is going to be the most similar to the new update when they release it to the main branch. Because I don't know when they're releasing that. They could release it by the time the contest is over. In which case, I would have to be judging based off of the newest state of the game. So I want to make sure that the test branch is actually working the same way. So to load into the test branch, you're going to right click on Scrap Mechanic, go to properties, click on the betas tab, click on the drop down menu, click on test, and then you will notice that your game wants to update. And then that is what it's going to launch as soon as it's ready. Play a game and you are in the test branch. Congratulations. All right, so now we are in the test branch. And one of the ways you can tell you're in the test branch is when you shoot them, you see fire instead of steam. Because the fire, as far as I know, is new to the test branch. All right, so here we are. Let's go ahead and activate our catching platform here. And let's see if we can still catch it from here. Please. All right, yes. Now let's see if 25 is also still the fail point. All right, so there's 25. Make sure it's the bottom of the canister. Yep. All right, so it seems pretty consistent. That is good. So make sure you are in the test branch, just in case there are some minor differences that my mechanism here isn't accounting for. That way we'll all have the same bombs that we're working with. I'm sure you know by now that the challenge submissions are taken in my Discord server. So join the Discord, look for the bomb catching challenge channel somewhere in there. And I will be putting the rules and in a pinned message in there, and I will be taking submissions in there, and I'll be looking at the submissions sometime on Saturday. I can't give you like an official end time, but I will post in there when I say submissions are over. So try to get things in before Saturday if you want your best bet, because on Saturday, I'm going to be recording the video, and you might miss it if you do it late on Saturday. But I expect to see the results on Sunday, and I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of crazy stuff you guys can come up with. I bet there's going to be somebody that's going to be like to the skybox and it's just going to drop. But then there might have some inaccuracies with the dropping when it comes to that. So I encourage you guys to get building. And if you can't build because you don't have the game or some other thing, then leave a comment down below letting me know what kind of ideas you could come up with that may or may not work in the game. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up the video here with a bang because we can do this now and I love it. Anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.